Provide them with access to become union members. Provide them with college credits. There's so much we can do. So much we can do. But we'll get back to y'all on more in regards to gun violence and so forth. And if you want to call up right now, you can call 563-999-3755.
Yeah. I like to introduce myself, you know. You know that I'm DK and you're always on top. Don't you stop. I can tell you what it is long as you pop. Yeah. You can talk about and what you know, what you talking about this dick, but you know you better You can say the position, flipping positions, but you know that I am ready, no vicious. But have you cooking in the kitchen, but you ready? You can say you scratch me kinda like Freddy, but I'm not tripping. Long as your eyes closed, long as your girls come over, and my homies, you can say that it's kinda cool, but as long as you can dick around this dick like you supposed to, can I pull you? Wine tasting this lemonade. I'm DK, I never downgrade. One spot, girl, I know you're hot. Don't you trip, long as I can hit the spots. I know that I've been here a long time, and it's dark in here, long as you can just unwind. We got time. Trust. But I'm never just fear what you fear. Oh, no tears, long as you scream, long as I make that shit just scream. I scream. Yeah, ice cream and I like it right. Long as you can just let me bite. Baby girl, you know it's right. Girl, I make you wanna buy me. Baby girl, it's going down. All you gotta do is make the sound for me. Baby girl, just drown for me. As long as you around the key. Baby girl, you calling me. Every little situation crawling down your back slow. Baby girl, you wanna know me. Tryna get a little close. Baby girl, you know I gotta be. Gotta be. Yeah. Gotta be. Never waiting, but it's like no patience while I'm racing. She said I can beat it with some patience. I give her my time, she is ancient.
Yes, that was DK with Dark Words right there, DK. So, like I said, we're back. You should know what the topic is. If not, the topic is gun violence in NYC, another type of pandemic. Many people refuse to acknowledge that this is a pandemic, until it's either close to home or just when they want to get in front of the cameras and, have optics out there. And y'all already know how I am about optics. Y'all know that I do not tolerate optics at all. But it's a lot that's going on. And we have to put it all together, because it's not just happening because of one simple thing. It is happening across the board because of many things. And if we cannot come together to actually think about it and make these, and put out actual solutions and make these tangible solutions, then we're going to do nothing but continue to fail. Okay? And me, I don't like to fail when it comes to our youth. I don't know about a lot of other people, but I definitely do not like to fail when it comes to our youth. And I refuse to fail when it comes to our youth. So like I say, people want to say, I'm trying to put this in a way where it's understandable across the board, right? Here we go. So there'll be people who will tell you that the best solution, they'll tell you that the problem with gun violence is that it comes from the home. But I guarantee you 99.9% of these people do not have guns in their homes. Oh, they're not gun owners. Matter of fact, I tell you 100% of these people are not gun owners. But their child has easier access to guns than their parents have easier access to affordable housing. Their child easier access to a gun than the parent will have easier access to affordable food or fresh fruits and vegetables. You get what I'm saying? A child in our community will have easier access to a gun than the community itself having access to affordable health care, to access to health care, to adequate education. You see where I'm going with this? And if you're not seeing where I'm going with this, let me break it down even further. The system depends on there being a destructive mode or mindset, because in that way they can keep on filling up the coffers and coffins because it's a business. But when you have these legal white gun owners in Ohio, in Michigan, who keep on claiming that they lost their gun, like their gun is stolen, they lost it in a fire, they lost it in an accident, whatever. And then that gun makes its way up to New York in a 15-year-old's hand. And then you got some grown-ass idiot who, instead of saying, yo, let me guide this youth the right way, they want to help this youth destroy their lives because they destroyed their life already. And they're like, well, this kid is only going to be in juvie. Or to give it to one of the little girls and be like, well, yeah, like so they still give it to the other kids and be like, well, you're not going to get a long enough sentence. You're going to be out. They're just going to put you in a program. No, they're not. And if not, if you got your kids around you right now, I want you to have them listen to this. Stop listening to these fools out here. They're not the OGs. They're not looking out for you. They're not your fam. They will destroy you. And these are the same cats that you say you cool with, that you click with, that will turn around and shoot you. Why? Out of animosity. Because they just felt like it. Because they want to use you as an example. Because they don't need you anymore. If you are out here killing your people and destroying your community, then you are the ops. Not that next man in the next set. You are the ops. And let's be very real about that. Let's be very real about that. So that means you need to be at war with yourself. But there's still the conditions. Because I could be pissed at the people doing it and be pissed at the conditions that are setting them to do it. There are no jobs. There are no youth training. There are no mentorship programs. The education system in New York sucks. There's no access, the easy access, mainly easy access. There's no access to college. Many can't afford to go to college. Many of these youth are homeless. So excuse me if I'm not fighting for bike lanes, if I'm not fighting to make sure, that we have freaking you see, y'all about to set me on some other stuff. But excuse me if I'm too busy fighting to save the lives of our youth and not fighting for bike lanes. Excuse me if I'm too busy fighting for the life of our youth and their future and not fighting for little pet projects that are going around for people to look good, for their optics. Excuse me if I can't attend your event because I'm out here in the trenches saving these youth. That's the real. That's the real right there. I tell y'all, man. I gave a quick rundown of solutions and what needs to happen. Because I remember over the summer, last summer, where the mayor de Blasio, who's the New York City mayor, gave $28 million to the crisis management, to some of these organizations out here. But answer this. Where are these organizations? Where are they taking the initiative at? Don't talk to me about a vaccine until you can talk to me about saving these youth lives in these streets. Don't talk to me about making sure that people are social distancing if you're not trying to provide a way out for these youth. Because most of these things I'm going to go through, I'm going to help people with and get things done. We're going to work with others and get things done. Other organizations are going to do it as well, too, on a grassroots level and get things done. But when are you going to save our youth? Mayor de Blasio's so-called plan to save our youth is just as disastrous as his reopening plan for our youth in the schools. Be real about that. I'm going to let y'all think about that real quick.
Ultra. Now you this Vice Solomon Virgo represent for Ultra Simo, San Fernando to West Morins, to Arima, to the world. Ain't from this one.